Metropolitan Opera case.
Can you comment on the Metropolitan Opera case?
About the
Clean Clockwork.
Have you seen it?
No, I have not seen it. I was scheduled to be one of the keynote speakers at the Met on Monday night. I think that, but they had wanted both Russell and myself to be there. Russell, as I told you, has moved to LA. It's not in town. So Russell and I will do something in a more appropriate way. I'm just going to be my personal point of view. I think it's outrageous. I think to adulate, to glorify, such a heinous act of terrorism, I think it's terribly insensitive, particularly here in New York, to the Jewish community. But again, that's my personal point of view. But I remember I was getting calls from reporters on Monday. Rabbi, do you know what your comments will be? I said, yeah, but I'm not speaking. I'm not going to be there. But I've spoken about it, from my pulpit, and I was I just found it to be particularly insensitive here in New York. So, that's all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do we have any more? One last one? Okay. One last sandwich, one last question. All right, thank you. And by the way, if...
Little commercial. Tomorrow, are you still here? Did you all get the brochures?
We have a lot of brochures.
No, you know what? No, seriously, just pass them out to everybody. All right, you can see some really, really good pictures of the Imam, myself, Russell, and our involvement, around the world. And all you have to do is go on our website, Foundation for Ethnic Understanding, ffeu.org, and you can see of our work. We're like a boutique operation. Black Jewish relations and Muslim Jewish relations. Probably 90% of our time is now focused on Muslim Jewish relations. The other 10% on Black Jewish relations. Okay? All right, and thank you so much, particularly to my young colleague, Rabbi Mlotek. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to thank the Rabbi and the Imam, and again the professor. Please, a round of applause for them. I have one question for the Rabbi and the Imam. Again, I'm moved by the turnout that we have here today, and as the professor mentioned, is the diverse and really passionate student community that we have, a Muslim Student Alliance, a large Hillel Student Alliance, and given the political climate and the religious tensions within the communities, what do you leaders suggest that we as student leaders can do, both from our respective faith communities, to make sure these types of conversations aren't as rare as they are, aside from, of course, bringing in the two of you to come speak?
I think the most important question to be asked first is
Hunter, always go first.
the first important question to be asked is, what does Islam mean for me? What does Judaism mean for me? If Islam means mercy and compassion, then that is the foundation of everything else. Peace, partnership, cooperation, human family. Anything then is a deviation from the religion. From there you can develop programs, and I will give you one example. A few years back, I at the 96th Street Mosque initiated a program with JTS called Midnight Run. So we organize feeding homeless after midnight. So we have some students from GTS and some young Muslims from our mosque cooking food at the Presbyterian Church on 200 and something near Columbia University, 170, I think 160. And then we went out at the middle of the night distributing this food to the homeless. And you can imagine, like you, Rabbi, you have your kippah, although sometimes I have also my kupiah. So you have these young Muslims, they had their own outfits as Muslim, mostly like South Asians or Arabic dress with kupiah and with the Jewish with kippah. And the homeless look like this. What these people are. That's what we need to do. Not necessarily talking about religion, but just live by your teaching. And if you feel that your teaching teaches you to be humble, to be honest, to be kind, then do it. You don't have to see others, what their religion is. Just live by your teaching. It is enough. And I think if we just live by our teaching, it will connect each religion. Because each religion teaches the same thing, essentially. The essence of religion is about same. Nothing's different. And so I think here in this college, it's a beautiful college, very diverse students. We have Muslims, Jews, Christians, and others. A lot of things can be done. But again, how do we see our religion? It is very important, and it's a big question. How do we see our religion?
I'm going to make the following suggestion, and with this we'll close. By the way, you refer to your head covering as what? It's called what?
Yeah.
Spell it. All right, so to my friend over here, he asked about similarities. Kippah, kopiah. I mean, I could spend all night giving you a whole list, a whole litany of similarities. But I would strongly suggest that when there is, and let's take the Middle East out of this for now. When there is an issue that is of importance to the New York Muslim community, to the Muslim students here at Hunter, and there is no shortage of Islamophobic, anti-Muslim behavior and bigotry in this city. I mean, you guys should be all over these bus ads. It's just unconscionable. You read these bus ads, and you think that every Muslim walking the street is a terrorist. So, if this is an issue that is of such concern and importance, let's say to your student body, your Muslim student body, then let the Hillel lead the charge against those bus ads. Just as if there was some anti-Semitic incident here in New York, or if, and again, there's no shortage of Holocaust denial or Holocaust revisionism. Do you know how significant it would be to have the Muslim youth fighting the fight as opposed to the Jewish student body? That, to me, is the way to go. And that's how we built this whole international movement. It's about fighting for the other. So that if Muslims are under attack, that's my fight. And if Jews are under attack, that should be the Muslims' fight. And unfortunately, there's no shortage. There's no shortage of attacks. There's no shortage of issues. That would be my suggestion, as to really mobilize and galvanize. Again, I think feeding the homeless, I would have loved to have seen these rabbis cook at 12 midnight. I think that would have been more of a Herculean task than anything else. Actually, watching rabbis cook. But seriously, look, I think that's a lovely thing to do. And that's, in the spirit of Thanksgiving and goodwill and all that. But both of our communities are under attack. Why not let the Jews fight for the Muslims and the Muslims fight for the Jews? You want to build a real, authentic, genuine, pure relationship? That's the way to go.
All right? That's it? Okay, great.
Sorry, sir. How's your arm?
State your
feel?
name. And
My
why
name
are
is Zach Schreiber.
and why are you here?
I did it for my family.
And at that,
And scene.
we'll call.